What's up, everyone? It's Snapper77. Today we're looking at a war we had up against elite veterans. It was another war again. Opponent did not use diversity, so we had quite the advantage going into this one. We ended up winning this one. My first matchup here was Cosmic. I was thinking it was probably going to be Hyperion. I decided to go in with Ghost Rider here, and I was pleasantly surprised here to end up being a Ronin. So my next one was Cosmic as well. So I was actually thinking it was going to be back-to-back Ronins. This was a nice, easy, clean match. Ronin's not exactly your typically good defender to place on defense, but you kind of actually don't really expect him at all when the opponent doesn't use diversity, but it is what it is. So I'm not gonna complain about that. I'll take the nice easy win. Match one's in the books. This exactly wasn't my best war. I was kind of feeling a little under the weather this war. I had a stomach bug, but I managed to make her through. This one ended up being Hyperion. I ended up going with Ghost Rider on this too. I think he's a good matchup versus Hyperion. Many use him to take Hyperion mini bosses in map 6, so he gets the Fate Seal, stops his power gain, and then he's got the power drain on his L2, and also his damnation on his L3, so there's lots of different ways you can shut him down. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I went for my L1 there on the middle of the combo like that, but I managed to recover good enough and ended up coming out of this one full health. Also, it didn't really make sense for Hyperion to be on this node as well, because it was special one biased, and that's what you want. You want him to spam that L1 as frequently as you can. So it didn't really make sense to have him on that node. If anything, they should have had him on the all or nothing node, which would have made it a lot harder to get him down before he reaches L3. Yeah, I didn't go for the counter on that L1 because I wanted to get my lifesteal off and finish up here with full health. Made up for that mistake that I'd made earlier. And that's it. Hyperion's down, and we're moving on to the all or nothing node. This node I generally always go in with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man because he's got the power drain. He can get you out of some hairy situations. It was Science. I was just having a look here at the bosses and mini bosses there, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I seen Unduped Jugs note on the Kinetic Reactor mini boss node. I was like just shaking my head. Unduped Jugs isn't exactly that great of a defender, let alone to put on a mini boss node. But again, we'll take that kind of easy stuff that the opponents give us. That was Science. I was pretty sure it was going to be... actually, I wasn't really sure who it was going to be. I was thinking Ant-Man is a good placement here because a lot of times power drain will fail when he glances things. So I was thinking Ant-Man was a good possibility. I don't even remember who it was. Oh yeah, it was Void. I was like, oh boy. But it didn't end up being too bad. Stark Enhanced Spider-Man gets through these fights pretty quick and easy, so didn't have to worry about taking any of the damage over time that he gets with his timer. I think that was actually my first time ever facing Void in war that I can remember anyways. think, yeah, I was just waking up from a nap here. I slept for like 8 hours. I woke up, I wasn't feeling all that great still here. This next node was science, and I had a feeling it was going to be a Spider-Man or something like that. I went in with Blade, and it was a mistake. I should have went in with Stark and Hat Spider-Man. I don't know why I chose to come in with Blade, but I managed to get the node down. It wasn't a very good fight at all, but I managed to get it down. Yeah, the node had Limber too. It should have been I should have knew right away that it was going to be Spider-Man. Yeah, there I'm thinking, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with Blade. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have went in with Stark. Yeah, right away he evades my intercept. And the node has Limber too, and also to top it off, it's bleeding me, and so I don't know why I picked, I missed my parry there, and then he stunned me. I thought it was all over there. To block that L1 and then do some damage control here. Managed to make a comeback and was able to get him down, but the fight was a little bit scary. Next node come up was the Bleed node. This node's been giving me some troubles the last few wars. And, oh no, not that's. This was Mystic. I went in with Blade here. I thought I could heal him up. Mystic, I figured it was going to be Mordo again or Magic. It ended up being Unstoppable Colossus. Blade ended up having no trouble with the fight, but I didn't end up healing up like I wanted to. The Bleed node coming up after this was the one that gave me trouble. It's been giving me trouble in the last few wars. Seemed to be getting a lot of good Ghost Rider counters on the node. I had a feeling it was going to be Nightcrawler too on the Bleed node, but I went in with Ghost Rider anyways. Just rolled the dice. Thought, who knows, maybe it'll be Magneto or something like that. I was trying to heal up there a little bit and test out his MD at the same time. But he didn't really have, I don't even know if he had MD at all or if it was just like 1 point or whatever, but yeah, it was a pretty easy match. You know, I didn't heal up the way, yeah, he blocked Mal too there. I was kind of pissed. Yeah, because I kept getting power drained as well. It was hard to heal. Yeah, this match is, it didn't go very well at all. I'll say that. It's pretty embarrassing showing on this match here. I just got absolutely destroyed by this Nightcrawler with Ghost Rider here. I couldn't get a situation. Like, I was trying to get him to switch, like, but he just didn't seem to want to be evaded back and hold block. And then the couple times that he did do it, he just didn't cooperate. And see, every time I went to do a counter, he would evade and then counter me, and it was just an absolute disaster, this match. Yeah, there we go right away. I knew right there, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a rough match. Here, I'm already behind the 8-ball quite a bit. I'm pinned in the corner here, and yeah. I don't know what happened there. Yeah. See, there he is there. Just wouldn't switch there. He evaded right away. Countered and dead. Yep, that was not a good match at all. So here I just decided I'm gonna go in with Stark Enhanced and clean this up. Yeah, I knew I was gonna take some bleed damage, but I was full health going into the fight, so I wasn't too concerned. Figured worst case scenario, I'll have to heal him up for the Spider-Man mini boss fight. But I just wanted to get this node down, and Stark Enhanced Spider-Man is the best guy for the job for this. Unless you got an Iceman, obviously, but I don't have Iceman on my team. It wasn't exactly the smoothest fight either, but I ended up getting him down there pretty easily. Took quite a bit of damage. This war I ended up getting a chance to fight the boss. Didn't go all that great, but yeah, at least I got to get a boss fight in anyways. But this one here, I was a little lower health. I decided I was going to use a health pot here. I have lots in my inventory, so I could throw some boosts on, and just wanted to make sure I got this one done without giving them up any kills. The fight didn't go exactly that smooth, but I ended up getting it down without giving up a kill. It seems to be that every war there's always Spider-Man mini boss on this unblockable L1 node. Just building up some poise charges here. I think I get clipped coming up, trying to evade. Oh no, he clips me with his heavy. Yeah, right there. Yeah. I think he evades my L2 too. I didn't want to counter there because I wanted to get the parry in just to make sure I could get a few hits in. Again, the best way to fight him is with parry. Unless it's got limber, then it's a little trickier. But yeah, he got clipped again there. And that was it. I think using that health pot probably saved me from getting KO'd in that match. I don't think I would have got that down if I didn't burn that health pot. And here come the boss was still linked there, so I had to wait. Went back to bed, and in the morning I got up and was able to sneak a boss fight in here. But the fight started off pretty good, but I ended up getting backed into a corner and comboed into an Oblivion. I was trying to test out the heavy technique. When she's got 3 Furies up, to just use the heavy. It seemed to be working pretty good. It's a good way to get around her auto block. Just trying to bait heavies and counter on the heavies, and then when she had 3 Furies up, I would just either do one hit or heavy. She had one hit, backed off. It blocked. I was trying to bait another heavy, and then use my heavy to counter. And there I was able to have a chance here now to get full hits in, so I landed my intercept. Fade the L1, come in for a heavy because she's got 3 Furies. And I was trying to bait out a heavy here, and then use my heavy. No, the Furies were down, so I could combo her, but I ended up getting clipped. I don't know how I got clipped by that L1. I thought I had blocked it in time, but oh well. So I was in trouble here, messed me all up, and that was the end of the match. Mystic ended up coming in behind me and cleaning her up. He did a phenomenal job on Medusa and got her down nicely. That was our war.